there, this is RomWills coming back at you with yet another video. Once again, it is Sovereign Saturday. You must make it happen. Now, I've been talking about being a sovereign man for many years now, and even the subject I'm talking about, I've talked about before, but you know, I'm always getting new people, or I always got to remind some people, you have to make it happen. If you want to be sovereign, somebody else ain't going to give it to you. Somebody else ain't going to give you that money. Somebody else is not going to give you that freedom. In fact, one of the dumbest things I see is asking somebody who you feel like is oppressing you or stopping you to ask them to give you power. Every single man must make it happen on his own. Now, he can get help from somebody. He can get advice from somebody, but he still has to do the work. He still has to do what it takes to be in that position where he can control his life, or at least have leverage. And I'm saying leverage at a minimum, but he wants to control what he can control in his life. I use myself for an example. If I don't want to do these videos on Saturdays or Sundays or during the week, I don't have to. But see, if I don't do something, I'm not going to have any type of sovereignty, because I'm going to have to make my money some way. But I could always do something else. But I have control over that. I'm not forced to do anything. I can make as many videos as I want, or I can do whatever. I can get a job working someplace. Now, I wouldn't have total control. I would have some leverage. I wouldn't take anything without any leverage. But what's the thing that they all have in common? I made it happen. I'm not asking for anybody else to empower me. That's one of the things. If you want to be a sovereign man, you have to have control over your life. You can't be asking somebody to empower you. You can't be asking somebody else to make things happen for you. You have to make it happen. This is very important. This is very, very important. There's too many men out here, too many are waiting for somebody else, or they blaming somebody else for the position that they're in. Or they looking for somebody else to do something for them. No, you do it yourself. In fact, I remember a few years ago, I had talked about if you really wanted to be red pill. What did I say? I said, you need to go to a city, town, whatever, where no one knows you, and you have to do something. In fact, on that show, Undercover Billionaire, I remember I first watched that show, and I never can remember that billionaire's name, but he was sent to a city he didn't have any connections to, and he had to see if he actually made $1 billion. Now he didn't, or $1 million, just $1 million. But he didn't have anything, but he did start from zero, was able to do some things. That's how you have to be. That's how you have to be. You have to be in a position where you could be dropped off any place in the country, heck, any place in the world, and you'll still be all right. I'm not worried about it. I could lose all of this. You could drop me off in any city and I will take over something. In fact, the legendary TV show, The Simpsons, I remember, everybody knows Mr. Burns. He was like that uber billionaire. But he lost everything, but he was able to start a business. He lost everything and he was able to come back. That's how you have to be, no matter what it is. And it don't even have to be about money. It could just be about life. You could have a situation where, well, you know, I'm usually talking about man gets woman on this channel. You could lose that mate. Are you going to let that take you down, or are you going to like take it to the point where you build yourself back up? That was one thing a woman noticed about me years ago. She said, no matter what, I always built myself back up. I didn't ask anybody. Heck, I went through a divorce. Now I'm cool with my co-parent now, but I remember I started from zero. I wasn't doing all of this. I wasn't doing all this. I wasn't asking anybody for anything. I was sleeping on the air mattress. I didn't ask anybody for anything. I built it up. I built it up. I made the connections. I had leverage. I had to use leverage a lot of times during those days, but I was still able to make some stuff happen. All of this I have now, I made it happen. Nobody else made it happen. Nobody else made it happen. Shoot, even being on YouTube. Shoot, you got millions of people on YouTube. They don't have to watch these videos. But I had to produce something that made people wanted to watch them, made people wanted to get into them. And anything else. The books that I wrote, I didn't have any help on them. I had to write these books. I had to come up with something that somebody wanted to check out. I made it happen. And if you know what? I'm not a superhuman. I didn't have a tested high IQ or anything. Smart in some areas, but still, I still had to make it happen. You have to make it happen. If you want to be sovereign, you want to have control over what you can control and leverage over what you can't directly control, you have to make it happen. Because one of the saddest things is when somebody is blaming somebody else for why they can't get something. Man, that's weak to me. That is weak to me. As a man, you have to decide what you're going to do, where you're going to go, what you're going to create. And then you have to make it happen. Whatever your vision is, whatever your dream is, think about it. I want you to think about it. Sit down and think about it. What is it you really want to do? It still pissed me off to this day that I had a man, he hit me up. Now this man said he had been working on the job most of his life, and he wanted me to tell him what to do. I was like, I don't know you. You're in your 40s, you should know what you want to do. And then you have to make it happen. I might can give you some advice. If you tell me something, I can give you a perspective. But remember, each man is his own island. Each man is his own sovereign being. He has to decide what he's going to do, where he's going to go. Yeah, he can get advice from everybody. He can read all the books. He can do all of this stuff, but he has to make it happen. And that's in every area of your life. It's like even, let me go back to what I was talking about, relationships, since many people know me for that. You have to make it happen in a relationship. You want that fine woman? You have to do it. I can tell you whatever. I can say body game till I'm blue in the face. You have to make it happen. You want to live in a good neighborhood? You want to drive that nice car? You have to make it happen. You want to have control in your life? You have to make it happen. Nobody else is going to give it to you. People do not give you anything in life unless they benefit from it in some way. I want y'all to remember that. There's nothing free. No one is going to give you something unless they're getting something out of it. Shoot, even some of these philanthropists. Yeah, they'll be up here, they'll give money to something, but trust me, they're getting something out of it. One way or the other, they're getting something out of it. If you want anything in life, you have to be the one to make it happen. All right? I want you to remember that. So anyway, keep rising to become the sovereign man that you are meant to be. All right? Peace and blessings.